Really cool stuff in here, from being able to change your default web browser to truly hiding photos. iOS 14 is arguably the biggest update ever, but you know about all the basic stuff like widgets and picture-in-picture. I want to do the deep cuts today, stuff that I guarantee you've never seen before. So drop a like if you're excited, hit subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and get started with number one. First up, I know this is triggering to see alarms for some of you out there, but I got to show you this because I didn't discover it and it's so helpful. The scroll wheel, you know, the thing where you would like scroll through the times, it's gone in iOS 14. Apple wants you to type in like 9:26 a.m. But if you look a little bit closer, they've actually got some additional functionality here. Let me zoom in. You can tap and swipe through and get the time. So the scroll wheel coincidentally does live on. It's just not like it used to be, you know. It's a little bit different, but it is still here. You just have to tap and then you can sort of see the previewed numbers there. There's an insane new color picker in iOS 14 too, which you can access by going into like the screenshot UI, which is fantastic, and then tapping on this. You have so many different colors to choose from, and you can literally adjust opacity. You can have these pre-selected colors, or you can choose anything. But you know, that's kind of boring. I don't want just squares. I want to choose literally any color. I don't know why Apple went so hard with this, and I don't actually know if I'm ever going to use it. But this is kind of sick. Like if you want this very specific hue of, I don't know, bright yellow to draw with, well, there you go. You've got that in iOS 14. One of the coolest new things about iOS 14 is that a lot of the UI is compact. So for example, if you're getting a phone call now, you know how you'd have to just sit and wait on this screen forever until it ended, so you don't want to be like that person that hung up. Now you can just swipe it away, or even swipe the banner up top, and the phone call goes right up here. So if you decide you want to answer, you can just tap on that, or you can swipe it away and continue to use your phone. It's amazing, and you're going to see this throughout your iPhone and other places like Siri. It doesn't take up your entire display. When you talk to Siri, it's down there at the bottom. And again, if you want to just get rid of that banner, you don't have to sit there and wait. Just swipe it away, and it'll go right there in the top left-hand corner of your screen if you're on one of the newer iPhones. Following that, navigating through your home screen is super easy now. You can just tap and hold on your page dots and scroll through your pages insanely fast. But what if you had some maybe questionable apps that you didn't want people to see, or you just wanted to clean up your setup? Listen, I don't judge. I'm just here making iPhone hidden features videos. If you tap and hold to go into jiggle mode and then tap on your page dots, you get this wild new UI called Edit Pages, and you can literally hide things. So if I tap right there, I don't want any of those apps to show, and maybe even these apps, I don't want to be on the home screen. Just tap on done, and they're gone, and nobody knows that those apps are on your phone. And to get them back, you can just do the same thing, tap and hold, tap on your page dots, and there you go, you're back in business. So FaceTime on iOS 14 got a sick update with picture-in-picture, where you can now drag it around, and you don't have to put that person on pause every time you switch your music, or use Twitter, or browse the web to find something. But I mean, there are cases where you might not want to be on camera, so if you want to do that, you can just swipe FaceTime over to the right, and you get this cool little arrow UI right there. And then it also lets you know in the top left-hand corner of your screen you are still on a call. You can drag this around. You can put this on like the opposite side of your display as well, drag it down, and then anytime you want to go back off pause, just put yourself back front and center, and then you're good to go. Safari and iOS 14 got a super quick JavaScript engine update, which, you know, I'm not like a big code guy, so I was like, what does that exactly mean? It just means that Safari is the fastest it's ever been. So browsing some of your favorite sites are going to be quicker than ever. But you know what? I'm kind of tired of Safari. Have you guys ever looked at Safari and been like, well, on my computer I use Chrome, but on my iPhone the only viable option is Safari because there's no way to default change that? Well, what if I told you that iOS 14, there was actually a way to do that? So after years of just relentless lobbying, Apple has finally allowed default web browser changing. This is not Photoshop. I'm not making this up. You can now change your default browser from Safari to Chrome or a number of approved browsers that Apple themselves curates on the App Store. So now when I go onto Twitter or something and tap a link, watch what happens. Open in Chrome by default. This is insane. We have literally been waiting on this feature forever, but you can now change